Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone and welcome to the last video of academic speaking. Today here I will review the journal about mastering a vocabulary important when learn any language. This is due to the fact vocabulary is boiled into all elements of the language to specific reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Learning methods for vocabulary are a subset of language learning strategies that have received a great deal of attention since the late 1917 when it comes to learning words. Evidently, a vocabulary strategy is a specific instructional instrument and method of going about directly or explicitly, as well as the independent word learning ability needed to do so. As stated by Nation 201, the language of reading, listening, speaking, and writing have two distinct forms of vocabulary. This vocabulary is receptive, productive, passive, and active. Receptive or passive vocabulary refers to words identified and understood by local and overseas speakers, which might be hard ever used anyway. Productive or active vocabulary is actively spoken or written. What's in Johnson 208 revealed that there are several elements to ensure accurate vocabulary knowledge. The first, repeated exposures, which imply that pupils have to come across new words in numerous conditions over time. Seek to introduce new words as part of a complex style. Them are subject within the curriculum to significant content that our world, at least in vocabulary mastering, have to associate as plenty as possible to the life or experience of the pupil. 3. A previous experience that is within the context of acknowledged words and ideas. New words ought to continually be delivered as pupils to listing things they recognize about the subject before introducing a new word. 4. Link that illustrate or join the connection among new word and well-known words or concept. 5. The contextual clues and dictionary that fulfill use to discover the lacking or infamous word in the context of sentence or paragraph. And the last the manner fulfill a word within the dictionary should be combined with the way they study them, pronounce them, and use them. That is, whilst they come across you first to see them as part of a sentence, speak them, and use them inside the written or oral context. Thinking about the importance importance of vocabulary, then it needs to gain knowledge of with the ideal method for learners to collect new vocabulary through the mastering method within the classroom. The issue same at the vocabulary of the fulfills of SMA negeri for bau-bau, such as Sulawesi English teacher introduce English vocabulary using translation and ask Fafil to memorize translation out to be French because it has numerous results that Fafil made have verbalisms and no longer a word may be translated. For that reasons, many students lose interest and become a burden in studying vocabulary. Consequently, students' vocabulary fluency could be very low due to the fact students have issue memorizing the new word which have been took and that they effortlessly forget about the words that haven't learned earlier than. Research use the vocabulary collection strategy to educate vocabulary to enhance pupils' vocabulary fluency. The vocabulary set collection turned into evolved with the aid of Radel in 205. It evolved inside the classroom of 7th grade high school and graduate students. Antonasi et al. State that the vocabulary set collection goals is provide a long-term incentive for people to acquire new words by raising their interest in integrating new topic words into their educational vocabulary over time. As students use vocabulary sets collection, they maintain their study approach, look at the ideal word to use, expand their vocabularies, and become word mindful. Martin 20 for the method quantitative approach of quasi-experimental design was used for this research. This it's in that the studies use grouped students where in one group into dealt with as a control group, and some other group turned into and handed as an experimental group. The student con concerned uh, in this studies were 11 grade students from SMA Negeri 4 Bau with a total number were uh, 184 students. The sample have been classed MIA for as an experimental class and class MIA 7 as control class with a total number were 16 students. They were selected as sample using the purposive uh, cluster sampling technique. It meant each group of students who had low vocabulary learning achievement had the opportunity to be selected as the sample of this research. Okay, I think that's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.